that time.
I was, and that Taylorville girls team wasn't great. There was some flashes of brilliance, but for the most part, they struggled. They really struggled to get the ball moving, and they struggled to get consistent points. Their shooting would go cold quite often. Completely different girls team now than what we've seen before, and a lot of it goes to the credit of some of these girls who have seen some of these teams as they come out onto the court right now, and the hard work that they've done. It's such a blessing to be able to watch this team play day in and day out.
You make a good point. Players like Olivia Nicola have sat through this team from thick and thin. She came over carrying the Route 29 rivalry trophy after they beat Pana here in Taylorville with a smile ear to ear because she hadn't done that before. That's a first for her in establishing what should be a pretty strong program going forward.
Yeah, and she's been through it, man. She's seen the best of Taylorville girls, and she's seen the worst of Taylorville girls. And so for Olivia to be able to this is a big year for her. Obviously, it's her senior year. She would love nothing more than to get pretty far in the playoffs and be able to do something. And the veteran presence that she brings isn't teachable. Yes, you talk about high school and the differences between high school, college, and professional levels, but at the end of the day, she's seen it. She's been through it. She knows what defeat is. She knows how to rally the troops, and a lot of the girls look to her for leadership.
Lately, Kylie Himes has found her stroke from beyond the arc. How much has that helped Taylorville?
Kylie has improved 100% from what we saw her at the start of this year to what she is now. And a lot of that goes to just coaching, obviously, but we don't see the undisciplined, trigger-happy, I'm just going to shoot, I'm going to drive you, I'm going to knock you over. You don't see that anymore. You see a much more balanced, choosing her moments to attack, choosing her moments to steal, choosing her moments to shoot the three.
Taking her shots in rhythm.
Very much more disciplined Kylie Himes is than what we saw at the beginning of the year.
Well, let's step aside for a moment. You'll have the national anthem coming your way in just a moment. Then you'll have the starting lineups, keys to the game, and tip-off here at Dolph Stanley Court. Again, a huge shout-out to the senior citizens of Christian County, Scooters Coffee, and Brandon Bible Country Financial. Brandon Bible is your Country Financial representative. I'll be back here in a moment with Leroy Climola. I'm Avery Cooper. Happy Tuesday evening to you from Dolph Stanley Court. You're listening to Taylorville Girls Basketball here on WTIM, your information station. Online at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dolph Stanley Court at Taylorville High School for tonight's non-conference matchup between the Litchfield Panthers and your Taylorville Lady Tornadoes. At this time, would you please rise for the playing of our national anthem? And now let's meet the starters. First for the Panthers from Litchfield High School. A senior, 5'5", number 1, Haley Rentz. A sophomore, 5'7", number 2, Elise Walsh. A sophomore at 5'8", number 24, Gina Painter. A senior, 5'11", number 35, Emma Walsh. And a senior, 5'11", number 53, Laura Boston. The Panthers are coached by Rob Corso. And now for your Taylorville Lady Tornadoes. A 5'11" sophomore, number 23, Addison Tarr. A 6'4" sophomore, number 32, Maisie Fleming. A 5'8" sophomore, number 24, Kylie Heimsness. A 5'8" junior, number 14, Lulu Woodward. And a 5'4" junior, number 2, Aubrey Kitzman. Tornadoes are coached by Hayden Eldred, assisted by Kevin Kitzman and Tab McCullough.
Your final thoughts before we start going here, Leroy?
Quick keys to the game: stay out of foul trouble, be aggressive early, and feed the ball to whoever's open. That's my keys to the game.
As Fleming at midcourt wins the tip against Painter. Left to right, Taylorville in their home whites, Litchfield in their purples with silver lettering. Left wing, Kitzman. Cross court pass to Tarr, floats it low post to Fleming. Across the left side, Lulu takes it, and her shot running towards the center of the floor won't fall. She grabs her own miss, skips it back left baseline. High arcing shot for Kitzman, too long. Batted out to the perimeter by Tarr, rolling around. Who touched it last? It stays with Taylorville at 7:34 to go in the first quarter. No score.
Originally, the thought was that she kicked it, but they readdressed and gave it to Taylorville.
To Tarr, double team, fights through traffic, and it's off the mark. Tarr bats it back to Woodward, but it's cut off by Boston. And here comes Litchfield's first possession with 7:24 to go. No score. And it's Walsh to the top of the key. That's Elise Walsh. Out to the left corner to find Emma. Now back down low to Elise, and a foul.
Yeah, first foul in the game, and I tell you what, you look at this Taylorville team, and yeah, just got in there, tried to stop it, didn't have any success. Kylie picks up her first foul. It's my fault. I was talking about how good she's been.
Make them earn it at the line, and she sinks the first. It's 1-0 Litchfield. Walsh, the sophomore, bends at the knees, the right foot in front of the left, and she sinks the second. She's 2 of 2. It's 2-0 Litchfield. 7:11 to go in the first quarter. Heimsness brings it across the timeline. Jabs left, passes that way to Kitzman. Pump fakes a 3, underhands to the top of the key to Heimsness. Heimsness back to Kitzman, midcourt back to Heimsness. Three-pointer off the back rim. Skips back out to the right wing. Kitzman retrieves it. Now to the top of the key, off to the right side. Tarr to the top of the key. Kitzman to Heimsness. Double teamed on the 3. Drives the baseline instead. Passes off to Woodward. Out to Kitzman. Left wing, deep 3, and it's off the right iron. Fleming grabs the miss, puts it up and back.
Well, if you're going to miss, getting the rebound is paramount, and they were able to do that, get the ball to Maisie, and she put it in.
Double teamed at midcourt. A timeout. 6.5 to go in the first quarter. It's a 30-second timeout. You're tied at 2 here at Dolph Stanley Court. I'm Avery Cooper alongside Leroy Climola. Taylorville, the much more aggressive team, but they haven't been able to find the shot.
Well, we've seen this a couple times where Taylorville is very aggressive at the start. They have trouble scoring at first, and then all of a sudden, it's like a light switch turns on. They all start scoring. That timeout was taken, by the way, because the Panthers did not know how to handle the pressure from the press. We'll see if they're able to figure it out. But for Taylorville, that's got to be a good sign to say, okay, they're not ready for it. Let's go in there and do it.
They like to press a lot. As Heimsness picks up Painter. Off to Elise Walsh. Elise to the right wing, to Rentz. to the baseline. And it's stolen away. Tar, they tried to find Walsh. Now Tar, coast to coast, up and in, angled right.
Good shot for Addison Tar, who was able to drive in there. All started from that steal.
Here's the full court press. Tar almost intercepts it from Rentz. Now back to Gina Painter along the far sideline, and she travels as she falls to her behind.
She looks like she lost her footing on that one. Just an unfortunate mistake for Painter, as she just wasn't able to hang on to it.
Kitzman inbounds to Heimsness, who brings it across the half-court stripe off the Tar right side of the perimeter. Dribbles 2 times, finds Heimsness, fakes a 3, now finds Kitzman, who lets it go. And it's off the near iron for her and off to the hands of Tar along the right wing. Now to the elbow. Kitzman to the left side. Woodward underneath the net. She's double teamed by Boston. And back outside to Heimsness. 3-pointer. It's short. Kitzman retrieves the 3. Finds Tar off the dribble pass. Drives into the lane. The floater is off the front iron. Batted and retrieved by Rentz. Now it's stolen away by Heimsness, and she's tied up on the shot. And 2 shots coming at the line.
So what you're seeing is everybody's starting to bunch up to shut down the paint. And it's working right now because Taylorville's not hitting threes. But at some point, Taylorville's going to start hitting threes, and Litchfield's not going to be able to match guarding the paint and guarding the 3 at the same time.
First free throw trip to this evening for Taylorville.
Foul on Walsh, by the way, her first, team first.
So Elise picks up the initial whistle. And Kylie sinks her second free throw. It's 5-2 Taylorville. Full court press, and it works. Woodward creates a steal into the hands of Heimsness, who finds Tar with the windmill layup, angled right, and she scoops it in. It's 7-2 with 5 to go in the first quarter.
Well, you don't need to hit threes if you're aggressive on defense and can pick up steals.
Midcourt, battled around, and Kitzman takes it away at midcourt.
Like that.
The left side, Heimsness lines up a 3. You betcha.
Uh-oh.
Kylie Heimsness with 4 points. It's 10-2 Taylorville on top with 4:40 to go in the first quarter.
Again, when you look at the pressure up front, everybody trying to crash those lanes. That's bad if they start hitting threes.
Tar, pass almost intercepted. Back to Heimsness, left wing, 3 again.
Yeah.
That's 13-2. Kylie Heimsness off her second triple in a row. Ball loose on the floor, and it's a kicked ball rolling out along the far sideline in front of the scoring table. And the first substitution, Chloe Law, the 5'5 freshman guard, into the game for Litchfield alongside Emma Dively,
yeah.
the 5'6 junior guard.
Trying to switch things up, but for Taylorville just trying to be aggressive here early.
Kitzman to Tar, right wing, fires a 3, won't go. Heimsness with a follow, angled left. She puts it back.
What a quarter from Kylie. She's got 9 points.
And the other end. And a whistle in the paint. I have Fleming in the location.
Kickball.
Okay.
Referee did not make a signal at all, but yes, it was a kicked ball.
Law inbounds. Batted right back to her. She'll try again. 3:57 to go in the first quarter. 15-2. Taylorville rattling off a 15-0 run on the...
Fleming blocked that one.
Yeah. Tried to find Emma Walsh. Her shot won't go. A beautiful pass from Heimsness to Kitzman. Heimsness located at midcourt. Kitzman underneath the net, angled left, and she lays it up and in. 17-2. 3:41 to go, and a foul at midcourt in front of broadcast position. What'd you see, Leroy?
Kitzman didn't like it, but she came down hard on her elbow. They're going to call it simply because, I believe, simply because of what the score is. I really do.
Sometimes an official is a, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Benevolent.
Yeah.
Lenient.
Yeah, and off the left side, 3-pointer does not fall. It's short. An equalizer, if you will, sometimes. And that's part of officiating sometimes. You gotta take the situation into account.
Well, she got her one time, and then she got her again. That's when the referee called the fouls. There's another foul called. This one on Emma Walsh, her first.
Tar, overhand pass. Champley finds McCullough, right wing, back to Champley. Left baseline, fires a 12-footer, back ironed.
That ball
here comes
movement.
Litchfield.
That ball movement was fantastic. Didn't see the end results, but that's what you want to see for Taylorville.
Heimsness steals it away from Elise. Angled right, the layup with her left hand, finds the bottom of the net off the window. It's 19-2 and a timeout Litchfield. 3:10 to go in this first quarter. Taylorville on top, 19-2 over the Panthers. Here at Dolph Stanley Court, you're listening on WTIM, your information station. Cooper alongside Leroy Climola as Litchfield tries to answer, won't go. Fleming grabs the miss and flings it up to McCullough, who's on the floor with Heimses, Tarr, and Champley.
For what it's worth, Taylorville stopped the press.
Heimses 3. It's off the bracket. It's retrieved up the floor. Law retreats to the right wing. Hands it off to Elise Walsh in the backcourt because Kylie Heimses deflected it. Walsh brings it across the half-court stripe, down low, Rents. Her shot doesn't fall off the pass from Boston.
The aggressiveness of Taylorville early has been a lot for Litchfield to digest.
Top of the key, McCullough dribbles once, finds Tarr right wing 3, lines it up, and it's back rimmed. Champley grabs the shot. Her attempt blocked. Now McCullough retrieves along the right wing. This is the third chance for Taylorville. 2:10 to go in this first quarter. Tarr thought about a 3, instead finds Champley. Left baseline, head fakes, now back to Tarr. Left wing, lines up the 3. It's front iron. Fleming can't grab the miss. Boston grabs the board. Under 2 to go in the first quarter. 19-2 Taylorville on top, Litchfield with the ball. Walsh, Elise digs off to Brent's right wing. Leather in both palms above her head. Pump fakes to her left. Dribbles down right. And it's blocked from behind. That's Fleming with the rejection.
Block number 2.
Tarr to Fleming, double teamed. Pivots with her right foot. Loses the ball because, well, she's absolutely manhandled out there by 2 Litchfield Panthers. 1:25 to go in the first quarter. Heimses guarding Walsh. Drabs right, drives left, and it's too high off the window on the shot, and Walsh is a little bit frustrated. 1:12 to go in the first quarter. Champley finds Heimses to the right side. McCullough, three-pointer, nails it.
And Walsh just has some good looks. They just haven't been falling for her as Olivia hits a 3 right there. It's just been a frustrating day for the young lady.
Walsh brings it across timeline. Heimses to Walsh, almost travels instead. Keeps with her left pivot foot. Now back to Rents to the right wing. Boston 3. Lines it up, and there's the first triple of the game and the first points since Litchfield led 2-0 earlier in this first quarter. It's 22-5.
A tray, but still no field goal for the Panthers.
Down low. Champley the reverse. She's bumped on the shot. She'll head to the line with 30 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Another foul, and so far relatively clean first quarter despite the score difference. That's Boston's first foul, team third.
One dribble from Champley, bends at the knees, and the dart finds the bottom of the net. A platoon swap as Kitzman, Wright, Woodward check back in for the Taylorville Tornadoes.
You know I'm not a big fan of the mass sub. It's too many names for me to count.
As Champley finds the bottom of the net, she goes 2 for 2. I hear you.
We'll get it to you when we get it to you.
21 seconds to go in the first quarter. Walsh mid-quarter. Kitzman guarding Walsh. They've been guarding each other all first quarter. 12 seconds. Elise skips to Boston, top of the perimeter against Wright. Now down low, Elise receives the pass, 5 seconds underneath the net. Her shot, great defense by Woodward. She retrieves the miss, 1 second, half-court heave, well short. 24-5, Taylorville on top of Litchfield at the end of 1 quarter of play. Back with more action from Taylorville as the Taylorville girls look for win number 19 on the year against the Litchfield Panthers right here on WTIM, your information station. Quarter for the Taylorville Tornadoes as they lead the Litchfield Panthers in non-conference action. I'm Avery Cooper alongside Leroy Climola. The Panthers bring it out to start the second quarter. Boston, top of the key, finds Rentz, right elbow, and Champley hacks it out of her hands. She's running up the floor. The right hand over the top of Walsh, and it finds the bottom of the net.
Probably could have got N1 on that one. Regardless, Champley made her pay after the steal. I do love Panther Gym, though, Avery. We were just there. It's a pretty nice gym.
I like it. It has a very cozy feel as Elise Walsh off to the left corner, dishes a pass to Dively. Top of the key against McCullough. Dively finds Rentz, right wing, against Woodward. Now Boston receives a pass at the free throw line. Kidsman tries to rip it out of her hands, and now the jump. No, they call the foul.
Taylorville kind of being punished a little bit for their aggressiveness, but if you're Taylorville, I don't want to see you slow down that aggressiveness because there's going to be teams you're going to play later on this year. You're going to need to be that aggressive.
Starter for Litchfield as Painter checks in for Emma Walsh, and I beg your pardon, Emma Walsh stayed into the game, but Painter did check in, and Emma, her shot doesn't find the net, and now Taylorville running up the floor. Here's McCullough, top of the key. Off to the right corner, Kidsman. 7 minutes to go in the first half. Pass to the top of the perimeter to McCullough, off right wing to Woodward. Two-handed pass to right, and into triple coverage, trying to find Champley along the left baseline. It's stolen away.
Just got a little bit too cute on that pass. She probably should have just driven it herself.
Elise, top of the perimeter, skips to Boston, left elbow. Now to Emma, to the top of the key to Painter, who finds Elise at midcourt. Woodward guarding Elise now. Now down low to Painter, working against Champley, and no shot, but a foul.
We're going to get Leah.
Whistle is her first, team's fourth. Still plenty of fouls to give.
Litchfield's just been too timid today. And even on that back door at the very end of the first quarter, she had a chance to go up with it, and she hesitated. And you can't hesitate with Taylorville as the ball goes out of bounds. If you do, Taylorville's going to make you pay every single time.
Emma Walsh couldn't control the pass, and it's out of bounds along the near sideline. Taylorville taking it over, 26-5.
Just too hesitant.
Left wing, McCullough. Pump fakes down low, now goes to right, top of the key, back to McCullough. Thought about a three, instead passes off to Kidsman, right wing, drives the lane, around Boston, the teardrop shot over the top of Boston, the left iron, and it's poked out of bounds. Litchfield takes the possession with 6:05 to go in the first half. Heimsness and Tar check in for McCullough and Champley for Taylorville. Meanwhile, Elise Walsh checks out for Litchfield, and Chloe Law re-enters the game.
Quiet quarter here in the second. Only 2 points in the first 2 minutes, but Taylorville playing a little bit more conservative.
A travel, Heimsness forcing the travel as Chloe Law took it up the right lane into the paint, and Taylorville takes over with 5:50 to go in the first half. 26-5, Tornadoes on top. Heimsness jabs right, passes to right. Three-pointer, too long. Hot potato for the rebound, picked up by Rentz. She brings it up the floor. Taylorville with a half press. Rentz crosses the timeline, unopposed. Woodward picks her up. The pass, stolen away by Tar. Finds Wright, who finds Woodward working in the paint. The right hand Euro step up and in dead center from 3 feet away.
Footwork from Lulu on that play where it was insane. She was able to drive around, go through traffic, navigate, and still put up the bucket.
Rentz against Lulu. Picks up her dribble. Rentz hands off. Driving right, falling to her knees. Law travels. And Jesse Wright forces the travel.
Just too many little mistakes. That's what's been killing Litchfield on drives. They've had chances. They just haven't been able to capitalize.
Heimsness walks it up the floor. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Crosses the logo. Finds Kidsman left wing. Back to Heimsness, top of the perimeter. Pump fakes left. Now goes to Tar right wing. Two-handed pass. Heimsness down low. Almost intercepted, but Champ Woodward somehow comes away with it. Finds Kidsman now off to Heimsness along the left wing for 3, and it's too long. Kidsman tries to chase it down, but it's out of bounds, and it's Litchfield ball, 28-5. Taylorville defending the lead with 4:39 to go in the first half.
Kylie airballed it and then kind of held her head down and covered her eyes so that nobody saw her do it. It's okay, Kylie. We all saw you.
Heimsness picks up the whistle at midcourt, defending the freshman Chloe Law. That's Kylie's second whistle. To Boston, to Rentz, who finds Law at midcourt. Heimsness still guarding Law. Skip high post to Boston. To the right side to Painter. To Law, into Rentz. 8-footer, can't bank it in. 4:15 to go. Rebound Taylorville, long pass to Tar. Pivots with her right foot, now to the perimeter to Kidsman, who finds Heimsness for 3, rattles it in and out along the left wing. Halfway through the second quarter, Litchfield takes possession.
Well, if Litchfield wants to come back into this game, they're going to need some more fouls for Taylorville and for them shots to start going in.
Boston. Hands off to the top of the key. Rentz takes it. Pass to Boston, deflected by Tar, who receives a pass from Fleming, running up the floor, and Tar scoops it in with her right hand.
Still no score from Litchfield here in the second quarter. We're 3 minutes and 30 seconds from halftime.
30-5, Taylorville on top of Litchfield. Law dribbles left lane off a screen from Boston, keeping Fleming occupied under the net. And it's 30-7. There's the first bucket of the second quarter for Litchfield.
Chloe Law, her first points of the game.
Down low, Fleming off the window, won't go. Woodward grabs the miss, angled left. Skips it back outside to Tar. A whistle, and it'll stay with Taylorville. 3:09 to go in the first half. 30-7 the score. Taylorville with the ball, trying to extend their lead as Heimsness checks out of the game. Or the Taylorville Tornadoes, and Kidsman re-enters.
Gina Painter's first foul.
Kidsman left corner 3 off the inbound. Doesn't fall. Woodward scoops it up. Finds Tar, right side. Pump fakes down low, drives. Finds Kidsman, left wing. Lets the 3 go. Buries it. 33-7.
I was just making a comment about how Taylorville's three-point shooting hasn't been that great today, but Aubrey said, I'm all right.
Dribbling left, baseline. Dively, hands off to Emma Walsh, who finds Elise driving left side, and it's taken away.
Another block from Taylorville, that one from Hallie Lois.
Kidsman angled left, might have got away with a charge, but she scoops it in with the shot angle left, and it's now 35-7.
Postard.
Off to the left side, Dively. Scoring the last 5 points for Taylorville. It's Kidsman, by the way. 2:07 to go in the first half. Elise Walsh, top of the key. Lois guarding Walsh. Skips back outside. Couple passes to find Dively. Finds Elise. Under 2 to go in this first half. Elise dribbles left elbow. Ball poked out. Kidsman takes it away. Finds Fleming, now back to Kidsman. Minute 45 to go. Pass to Lois, right wing. Lois stops her dribble, finds Kidsman, right wing 3. It's short. Batted around. Tar back into the hands of Fleming, who rolls it in off the right side on the putback.
Good on Maisie for taking that herself. She thought about kicking it back out and just said, you know what? No, I'm going to do this myself.
2 of 3 from the field. She has 4.
Taylorville quietly with a 30-point lead.
82 seconds to go in the first half. Top of the key 3. Welch finds the bottom of the net. Her first points of the game for Emma Walsh.
Good 3 from Emma. Top of the key, had a little bit of room and took it.
Minute 8 to go in the second quarter. Fleming down low, working against Elise. Emma Walsh now back outside. Lois 3, left side, too long. Scooped up by Elise. Elise brings it up the floor. 54 seconds to go in the second quarter. Lois guarding Elise, who dribbles the left lane. The shot up, almost blocked, but a foul on Lois with 47 seconds to go in the second quarter.
She knew it the second she got her, too. Like, yep, that's on me.
They're actually going to tag Lulu for the whistle.
All right, well, we've been shocked all year by that kind of stuff. That's not the first time. Won't be the last.
First shot falls for Elise Walsh.
3 for 3 from the charity stripe for Elise.
Bends at the knees. The right hand rainbows in.
Despite the slow start, more points this quarter for Litchfield than in the first.
Where they just scored 5. 40 seconds to go in the first half. Lois. Top of the key. Two-handed pass Tar.
That double team on Maisie.
Chakowski 3. 3-Kowski.
That's right, son.
40-12. 24 seconds to go in the first half. And Chakowski on the board with a triple. Little driving left side. Painter passes off to the right elbow to Megan. To Elise. Off the left corner. Three-pointer, Rents off the front iron. 2 seconds to go in this first half, and Tar lets it go from midcourt. Can't make it in. It's the end of the first half, 40-12. Your score from Dolph Stanley Court. The Taylorville Tornadoes pummeling the Litchfield Panthers at home. You're listening to WTIM, your information station.
Tonight's winner is Max Greamy. Come on down here, Max, to collect your winnings.
Top of the Litchfield Panthers here at Dolph Stanley Court. I'm Avery Cooper alongside Leroy Claymola. It's halftime here at Taylorville High School. And Leroy, Taylorville just putting the business on Litchfield right now.
Well,
the physicality, the shooting. Litchfield just can't keep up.
Well, if you want to see a clinic how to play basketball, this has become a clinic. Aubrey Kitzman, 7 points. Megan Chakowski, 3. Olivia McCullough, 3. I think if you were able to pull up the actual numbers
Good Friday morning, Tornado Nation. This is Miley on a mission with a very special guest. Good Friday morning, Tornado Nation. This is Miley on a mission with a very special guest. Hello. My mom, if you don't know who that is. This is my mom. So she's going to kind of take over the mission, so go for it.
What is the best color in the world?
Green, obviously.
Okay.
Yellow.
You're both wrong. It's glitter, but thank you for participating. What was your favorite Christmas gift?
Clothes.
Clothes. Oh, that's a good answer.
Hello.
Hello.
I haven't seen you in a while. I just saw you the other day.
You did. You took our sparkling cider. Was it delicious?
I drank it in one day.
Did-
I did.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm loving it.
Thank you. You guys are FFA. So, tractors, green or red?
Green.
Good answer. Okay, can I ask you a question? Sure. Would you rather not have a cell phone or never laugh again?
Well, I'd rather not have a cell phone. Definitely.
I agree. Mr. Odin, may I ask you a quick question? New Kids on the Block or New Edition?
New Kids.
All right, thank you. We are farmers.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Thank you. That's good. Okay. Hi, excuse me. Why are chickens so funny?
I don't know.
Because. What would your walkout song be?
Probably Baby Got Back. I love that song.
Oh, okay. Wait, that would be a walk back song. The last thing you ate is what you have to name your dog. What is your dog's name?
Barbacoa? I did. I had barbacoa tacos last night.
Would you shorten that or would you actually?
Barbie, yes.
Oh, Barbie. Okay, Barbie dog.
Date and raisin flavored oatmeal.
That's a lot to put on a tag. I appreciate it though. What is your favorite work song?
Born to be a queen. That one.
That's a good song. Abby Norris, are you hiding from me? Did you make a New Year's resolution?
No, I didn't.
That's good. Okay, you're just gonna keep being great and fantastic. Okay, love it. Do you miss being a dance mom? Yes or no?
Sometimes. I miss my dance moms.
That's me.
This has been Mom on a Mission.
Coffee located at routes 29 and 104 in Taylorville, donating a little bit of cash to the Taylorville Sports Boosters for every three-pointer the Tornadoes hit. Scooters Coffee, amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. And stick around after the game for the Country Financial Player of the Game. Brandon Bible Country Financial, your Country Financial representative. 40-12, your halftime score. The third quarter of action starting next right here on WTIM, your information station. Possession underway. They've kicked off the second half. Heimsness lines up a three. Nails it right off the bat. It's 43-12 Taylorville. 7:40 to go in the third.
And this is important. I know you're looking at the score and going, well, why are the starters playing? But it's important to keep them going and keep them coming out at halftime. You want them used to playing like this. You want them used to playing coming out at halftime.
Heimsness intercepts the pass, skips to Kitzman, skips down low to Tar, closer to the net. She twists to her left and right hands the bucket in. It's 45-12.
Quick 5 points for Taylorville causes a timeout right away. But for Taylorville, just, you know, this is how you wanted to start this game, was this way. They started off the game a little bit slow and really have picked it up in the last 45 seconds.
Again, 45-12, Taylorville on top of Litchfield with 7:15 to go in the third quarter. The Tornadoes, they are rolling, and you've got to wonder how much longer Coach Eldred will let his starters roll.
Again, I think you want to start your starters in the second half simply because you want them used to coming out at halftime and putting in, I think, probably 4 minutes. You give them halfway through
midway through the third.
Halfway through the third is when you pull them again. But you just, it's more of a matter of comfort and of getting in your head than it is against, you know, the score or anything like that. Just kindly kick the ball out.
That's an intentional one.
Yeah, it is.
Stuck her left foot out and made it work. Good job. Make him re-inbound it. Make him work for it. 7:09 to go in the third quarter.
Oh, and Taylor, this is a good time for Taylorville to work on concepts too. You can't work on concepts when you're playing Lincoln.
Right.
You have to play your game. So to be able to try some new stuff today in a game like this, that's important too.
I'm sure that's something they talked about at practice, that if this game gets out of hand, prepare to work on some things that you may not have seen yet. Fleming, low post, double team. Boston, one of the double teamers. Fleming finds Tar, left wing three, too long. Boston grabs the miss.
And who knows, maybe some new plays as well.
Rentz brings it up the floor. 6:42 to go in the third. Skips to Rentz. To Welch. To Boston. Too high off the window. Tar grabs the miss. 6.5 to go in the third. Brings it across the timeline. Tar, setter steps, back off left wing to Heimsness. Into the baseline to Kitzman. Low post to Fleming, spinning to her right. Off the window and in.
He talked all offseason and coming into the start of this year about Maisie's footwork and how much it's improved, and you saw it right there on that score.
Chef's kiss. 47-12, 6:10 to go in the third quarter.
Kylie kicked it out again. Same spot.
Again, make him earn it. Why not? 6:10 to go in the third quarter, 47-12 Taylorville.
Stop doing that.
I say keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing it even harder now, Leroy. Ball out of bounds. Taylorville takes possession. 6:07 to go. I think anything you can do to make a team re-inbound just, adds into that intimidation factor a little bit more. Now, do you need to intimidate Litchfield at this point?
I just laugh because Kylie's probably telling them to stop throwing it over in that general vicinity.
No, you probably don't. Heimses lines up the three from the top of the key, and of course she nails it. It's 50-12.
10-0 run here in the third quarter.
Woohoo! One up. Walsh. To Rentz off the left corner. Back to Walsh. Emma. To Rentz. To Elise driving the paint. Can't find the right angle on the drive layup. And it's taken away by Fleming.
Litchfield not really moving around a whole lot either, and that's kind of hurting them as well as far as getting open.
Woodward skips to Kidsman, right corner three, too long. Fleming grabs the miss, skips once. Misses her dribble, and it's into the hands of Litchfield with 5:02 to go in the third.
And what you're seeing is when the shot is made, all of Litchfield is collapsing on the net. And what happens when it collapses, when you get the rebound, all you're doing is kicking it out for the three.
McCullough jumps off the bench. She's ready to check in. It's a steal. Here's Tar. One-on-one with Welch. The right hand up and right past Welch.
Good fake for Tar. Faked out everyone. Thought it was going to be a little bit of a pass. Instead, she took it herself, put it in. Easy bucket.
52-12. 4.5 to go in the third quarter. Welch three. In the corner. Won't go. Kidsman grabs the miss. Finds Tar. Long pass. Working against Elise. The shot up. Angled left over the top of Elise Welch. And it's 54-12. And Tar making her name on this game known.
She's having a good game. All right, 12 points from her and staying out of foul trouble. She's been fantastic.
Painter receives the pass baseline. Toss to the top of the key. Another pass to Rentz, right wing. To Boston, low post. Now back to Rentz, who finds Elise off to the top of the key. Who finds Rentz. Now back to Elise. Lines up the three. It's bracketed all along the right side. Heimses retrieves it, but it's out of bounds. And Litchfield will maintain possession as McCullough and Leah Champley check into the game for Woodward and Heimses. Meanwhile, Painter and Rentz check out.
Yeah, Heimses stepped on the line, trying to save the ball.
Dively and Law check in for Litchfield. Walsh to Dively. Right wing, Dively, high post Boston to Elise, top of the key. Law dribbles the lane. The runner off the back rim. Won't go. 3:25 to go in the fourth. Taylorville on top. Now Fleming puts it up and in off the pass from Addison Tar. What an assist for Addie. It's 56-12.
I'd like to see that a little bit more. She had a nice back door, and Maisie just using her height to be able to just grab that basketball and score.
Shot up, back rim, won't go. That's a shot from Boston, retrieved. And now Litchfield with a second chance. 3 to go in this third quarter. Top of the key, off to the left wing to Walsh, to the baseline, to Law, to Elise Walsh left wing, who lines up the rainbow three, and it's right ironed. Fleming snags the miss. Skips it off to Tar, two-handed pass. Kidsman left baseline to McCullough, left wing to the top of the perimeter. Pump faking pass right side, now passing off left, it's Tar to McCullough to Kidsman, left corner. Glides to the right, to the left elbow. Now to Fleming, off to the right corner. Champley drives the baseline to the top of the key to McCullough. Now slowing it down, 2:23 to go in the third. Off to Tar, right wing. Pump takes a pass left, drives that direction, and it's short from 12 feet away. Here comes Litchfield, 56-12, 2:12 to go in the third quarter. Good ball movement.
Boston didn't even know she had the ball. It was rebounded right into her hands, and she's like, oh, I got the ball.
Law pump takes a two-hand pass right, goes left. Find Dively. Now back to Law, floats it into Boston. Tar hooks it back to Law. Finds Dively, back to Law, the two-pointer from 18, it doesn't fall. Champley snags the board away from Boston. Minute 48 to go in the third.
Litchfield's just gone completely cold.
Pass to Tar, the right-hand scoop, up and in, and it's 58-12. Haven't scored all this quarter, Leroy.
8 out of 14 for for Tar has come this quarter.
90 seconds to go in the third. No fouls called either way as Walsh lets it go, and it's short. Second chance for Litchfield.
Boston probably should have just put that one back up.
Dively, the right side, and Tar snags it away from the pass to Boston. Tar skips right, no look to Kitzman. Underneath the net, she finds Fleming, and she angles it up and in left. And it's 60-12 with 1:04 to go in the third.
Another back door, and this time Coach Elder calls a timeout simply so he can get his second string in.
I think he's wanted to do that for the last 3 minutes, but there hasn't been a stoppage in play.
Stoppage in play. He hasn't been able to. He takes the timeout so he can get his subs in.
60-12. That might have been the shortest timeout I've ever seen Coach Eldred take. Said, hey, you guys are doing really good. Keep it up. And sent a second string out there, which includes McCullough, Champley, Wright, Chakowski, and Lois. Exiting the huddle for Litchfield, you have Rentz, Elise Walsh, Emma Dively, Chloe Law, and Gina Painter. So here's Elise at midcourt, 54 seconds to go in the third quarter, trying to make something out of this third quarter. They haven't scored a bucket or even a free throw in this opening quarter of the second half. Painter down low against Champley, loses her dribble. Now here comes Wright up the floor, crossing timeline, skips the pass to Lois. She retrieves 6 feet away, skips off to the right baseline. Wright triggers the two. It's short. Dribbled out of bounds, and Leah Champley can't retrieve it. It's Litchfield ball.
Yeah, it went off Leah. When Leah tried stopping it, she just couldn't do it.
31 seconds to go in the third quarter. Elise crosses timeline. Dishes to Law into the corner.
One last chance for Litchfield to score here.
22 seconds to go. Dively, pass, Painter off the mark. Taylorville takes over. 19 seconds to go. 60-12. Taylorville has outscored their opponent 20-0 here in the third quarter. Yeah, 20-0.
Yeah.
11 seconds, Chakowski, two-handed pass, finds McCullough. Into Champley, left corner. Pass stolen away, trying to find a right along the right wing. 3 seconds to go. Well, Walsh crosses timeline, lets it go short. End of the third quarter of action, you'll have a running clock. It's 60-12, Taylorville on top of the Litchfield Panthers right here on WTIM, your information station. Possession, running clock in effect. As Rentz lets go in left corner 3, and it won't go. Lois retrieves the rebound, goes coast to coast, and it's too high off the window. Wright grabs the miss, finds Champley, left side of the key. No look pass to McCullough, left side. Now to the top of the key to Chakowski, slowing it back down, resetting the offense at midcourt. 16-12, Taylorville on top of Litchfield. Avery Cooper alongside Leroy Clamola. Glad to have you along on this Tuesday evening. Chakowski at the logo, working against the law. Chakowski receives a right screen. Chakowski off to the right corner, three-pointer, McCullough. It's front iron. Now put back up and in by Champley.
Leah Champley, her first point since the second quarter. A very good backdoor shot, put it right in.
Under 7 to go in the fourth quarter. No fouls called in the entirety of the third quarter. Champley steals it away, tiptoeing the sideline, skips it into the hands of McCullough. She crosses timeline. They tried to find Rentz. Now here's McCullough off to the left baseline. Long 2 for Champley, and it's too long.
Great job, Leah Champley, man.
Made everything happen on that play.
Acrobatic, and if that shot would have fallen, the crowd here would have gone crazy. What a move from her.
6.5 to go in the fourth quarter, 62-12. Dively. If the crowd didn't, I would have lost it. That's for dang sure.
I know it.
Dively, left wing, dribbles the lane, finds Rentz in the corner. Now Law, top of the key, working against Lois. Picks up her dribble. Lois steals it away. Underhands to McCullough. 6:05 to go in the fourth quarter. McCullough to Wright along the wing. Pass to Champley. Poked out off of Champley last. Rentz inbounds from left to right. 5:55 to go in the fourth quarter.
And it's been now over 10 minutes since Litchfield has scored points.
Again, 5:45 and counting. Elise brings it across the timeline. Now to Law. Two-handed pass. Emma down low. Jenkins tied up. Possession arrow favors Taylorville on the jump ball. 5:25 and counting. Lois brings it across the half-court stripe. Two-handed pass. McCullough back to Lois. Triggers a right elbow shot, and it's short. And a push on the way down.
They're going to tag Leah on that. Her second. Team second. Only 2 fouls this whole half.
Running clock still in effect, and it will stay in effect through the remainder of the quarter. 4:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Steal, right. Pass behind Lois. She retrieves it. Working against Law. Lois, the angle left, and it won't go. Champley tries to retrieve it from going out of bounds. Litchfield snags the ball, and now a whistle. And it's against Taylorville with 4:26 to go in the fourth.
More importantly, it's against Leah Champley again, her third, team third, and she held her hands up. What did I do? But she was a little bit too aggressive. Oh, it's okay, Leah.
Halfway through the fourth quarter. And a whistle on the other end. This time it's a turn out of bounds. And so Chakowski inbounds to Lois. Next time you'll hear Taylorville girls basketball next Tuesday.
Yeah.
7:15. Tip-off 7:30 right here on WTIM. And Tommy TV, of course. A great job this evening for Tommy TV. And here comes the announcement. Leroy, here it comes. The ticker, the roller along the bottom.
Yeah.
The roller along the bottom of the screen. I haven't seen this in ages. Due to inclement weather, all Taylorville students will be home for an e-learning day tomorrow. And that is official.
Yeah, that was official a little while ago today.
But it's on the scrolly thingy on the bottom of the screen, Leroy. Now it's really official.
Jessie Wright gets her first points of the game.
You're fed up with me, I know it. It's okay. Champley steals it away along the left wing.
We used to get so excited for that, man. It'd be like the NBA draft, only now they have to still go to school. Like I think we lucked out. That was one thing that we lucked out in.
Yeah, yep. Lois, left baseline shot, 2-pointer. It's long. Chakowski grabs the rebound and deflected off of Walsh. Then deflected off Lois and out of bounds along the near sideline. That's where Litchfield takes over with 2:44 to go in the fourth quarter. So yes, you probably already knew that by now, but The scrolly thingy made it official.
The scrolly thingy.
The ticker as the three-pointer falls for Walsh. Emma Walsh with her second triple of the game. It's 64-15.
First point since about a minute and a half left in the second quarter for Litchfield.
Right to Lois. The leaner, dead center, doesn't fall off the front iron. 2:10 to go in the fourth. Law crosses timeline. Working against Chakowski. And it's stolen away. McCullough scoops it up. Under 2 to go in the fourth. Long pass to Lois. Working from behind. Someone runs into her. The shot up and doesn't fall, but Lois heads to the line for 2. The whistle, who's it on? Did you see?
I did not. There was about 3 Litchfield Panthers that were right there. They're going to call the foul on, actually they're going to get Walsh with that, her second, team's second. And with Lois scoring a free throw, every single player on the Taylorville Tornadoes has scored at least 1 point.
Up and down the board, everyone scored, including all the bench players. Jesse Wright a moment ago. And then, of course, those free throws, both of them fall for Hallie Lois. And that's 66-15 with a minute 15 to go in the fourth quarter. Two-handed pass. Champley almost took it away. Instead, it's Walsh triggering from 16, and it finds the bottom of the net. It's 66-17, and Walsh has scored the last 5 points for Litchfield.
Walsh with a bucket.
Right, along the right wing. Now finds Lois, skips to the elbow to right. Now finds Champley, who dribbles once, thought about a 3. Right hand pass to the left wing to McCullough. Triggers the 2-pointer from the left elbow. It's right iron. Jesse Wright snags the miss. Now chased out of bounds, and Wright touches it last with 37 seconds and counting. Litchfield to inbound with about 28 seconds to go. This will be the last possession for the Panthers. Along the left side, Dively, two-handed pass to Law. Ball in both hands. Pivots with her right foot, finds Dively. She lets the 3 go, and it's short. McCullough grabs the miss, 12 seconds. And this will be McCullough with a long pass to Lois. The shot up and in. Lois with her first field goal of the game. And it's 2 seconds left, 68-17. Half-court heat for Law, right iron, and that's the end of the ball game. 68-17, the Taylorville Tornadoes defeat the Litchfield Panthers. They are now 19 and, well, they pick up their 19 win, 19-6, as Coach Hayden Eldred picks up win number 35 in his career for the Taylorville Tornadoes. Congratulations to Coach Eldred. Many more to come. Kylie Heimses with 17, Addison Tarr with 14, and Maisie Fleming with 10.
Game length exactly 60 minutes and 34 seconds.
Might be the quickest one you'll see all year long. We'll wrap it up including with thoughts from head coach Hayden Eldred and maybe a Taylorville Tornado, maybe if you're so lucky, right here on WTIM, your information station. Again, final score 68-17. You can listen online also at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. And win number 35, kind of a minor milestone for Coach Hayden Eldred, but I'm sure he'll take it. You got to get to 35 before you get to 50 and 100 and whatnot. Anyway, what a good game for you guys this evening against the Litchfield Panthers. Your thoughts coming out of the gate? You guys were down 2-0 and then rattled off 22 points in a row. You must have been feeling pretty good at that point, right?
Yeah. Those first couple possessions, we were having a hard time putting the ball in the basket, but we were getting a lot of boards, and I knew we'd be fine. Defensively, we did a good job. We got buckled in. And, yeah, the girls came electric there.
Yeah. At what point did you realize, okay, this is going to be a bench game?
Well, yeah, once we got that big run going, everybody got going. I was hoping to get people in and some time, with tomorrow possibility not having practice. So it was good. It was good for us.
Felt like you were trying to get those second stringers in during the latter part of that third quarter, but the game never stopped.
Yeah,
so
it just kept going.
So you just kept going.
Yeah.
Well, what does a game like this do for you with the rest of your Apollo Conference schedule ahead of you? You still have that one non-conference game against Mount Vernon, but still have the rest of the Apollo Conference schedule ahead of you. You have 19 wins on the season. How are you feeling going in, and what does this matchup do for the rest of those games?
Well, it's a good bounce back from our loss last week. We had a tough battle on Wednesday against Nashville and just came up a little short there. So we were a little bummed out about that, but it was good to come back, get a good big win going into like I said, conference play. The Lincoln game being pushed back another week, so we got Mount Zion on Saturday that we're looking forward to, and it's going to be a tough game. We got 3 conference games coming up here that are going to be. We had tough wins earlier in the year against these teams. They're going to look to knock us down, and we just got to come ready to play.
Mount Zion first on the docket coming up this Saturday. Your thoughts on that tough Braves team, who you're tied for second in the Apollo Conference right now?
Yeah, they're tough. They're big. They got a couple great players, and they're getting better. And I think they just had a good win last night, I think. And we got to go in. Hopefully we're all clicking together, but we got to be able to shut down their star and limit their big touches and all kinds of things there. We're looking forward to it. Hopefully we can get in the gym this week. On Thursday and get a good practice in and get ourselves ready.
A statement win for the program. You're rounding out your third season. I mean, take me through it. How would you characterize the progress this program has gone through since you've taken over?
Yeah, we definitely had some down years there. We had some good girls, just not a lot of numbers, and then working hard in that first year I took over was the COVID year, so that was all out of sorts.
Goodness, that must have been a challenge and a half.
Yeah, it was definitely different. But we've got ourselves a good group here, a good young group that keeps building, and I'm fortunate to take over at the time that I have, and so most credit to them.
One more question. Seeding starts beginning of February, right?
Yeah.
How much attention do you pay to that as coach?
I got to know where we're going.
Well, but as far as matchups and all that, I mean, how much does that matter in the grand scheme of the tournament?
We've been stuck going down south, and there's a lot of good teams down there, and it's one of those things. You don't know too much about them. There's some teams we've seen, especially in that Highland tournament. We got to see a lot, and no, it's going to be good competition. I'm kind of anxious to see where we're at. We put ourselves in a better spot for seeding this year than last year, so hopefully we can get in a good spot. But either way, you got to beat the best, and and our goal is to bring home regional championship for sure.
Coach Hayden Eldred, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
A 68-17 win for the Coach Hayden Eldred and the Taylorville Lady Tornadoes. Again, I'm Avery Cooper alongside Leroy Claimola. And Leroy, it's time for the Brandon Bible Country Financial Player of the Game.
Did you give point totals at all? Did we already do that?
A little bit. We gave the top 3.
Yeah,
We gave. Go ahead. You can run it off.
7 for Aubrey Kitzman, 3 for Megan Thurkowski, 3 for Olivia McCullough, 6 for Leah Champley, 2 for Olivia Woodward, 2 for Jesse Wright, 14 for Addison Tarr, 17 for Kylie Himesness, 4 for Hallie Lois, and 10 for Maisie Fleming. And for the visiting Litchfield Panthers, 4 for Elise Walsh, 2 for Chloe Law, 8 for Emma Walsh, and 3 for Laura Boston. Those are your point totals for today. Our Brandon Bible Country Financial Player of the Game is probably going to be, what are we thinking? We got a couple options here.
I'm thinking, well, you could choose with the leading point scorer, right, with a bunch of 3s. You could also go with the other one right behind. I don't know. It's your choice there.
Yeah.
A lot of 3s.
Yeah, a lot of 3s. So our nominations, because we're going to do nominations tonight. That's what we're going to do is Addison Tarr with 14 points, Kylie Himes with 17, and Hallie Lois. I'm sorry, Leah Champley. Leah Champley is my other nominee as well.
Your effort kind of
for her effort and for the work that she did on the court with the second string. So those are my 3 nominations, and I'm going to give it to you to pick.
I feel like last week we chose Kylie Himesness, didn't we?
We did.
We did choose Kylie Himesness last week. So by default here, and you know what, we choose Addie quite a bit. I'm sure she's going to get a lot. I'm going to give it to Leah Champley here today because Leah Champley was fantastic all game long. She had those effort plays. She provided the defensive spark when needed. Leah Champley is the Brandon Bible Country Financial Player of the Game.
Absolutely, and what an effort from her. She really kept Taylorville going strong when a lot of the starters were on the bench. So good job to Leah Champley, who finished with 6 points, 2 field goals and 2 free throws.
Again, the Taylorville Tornado girls basketball team, they take on Mount Zion this weekend, Saturday, 2:30 on the road.
Yeah, at Mount Zion.
Yeah, and then the girls will be back here Tuesday. You'll find coverage here on WTIM and Tommy TV. Also, Mahomet, Friday, February 3rd. That is senior night here at Dolph Stanley Court. Make sure you come on out and support the seniors. They have worked very hard for 4 seasons. Olivia McCullough and many others. Any final thoughts for you here, Leroy?
Taylorville came in and did what they needed to do. You say that you play the game on the court, you don't play it on paper. Taylorville looked like the easy shoe-in, but they needed to still go out there and put in the work. They were able to do so, and not only that, it was a complete team effort for them. What a win for the Tornadoes, who pick up a big 68-17 win here at home.
Again, that final score 68-17. The boys will face off against Charleston at home, not at Charleston, home.
Home, yes.
Charleston will come to Taylorville this Friday, 7:15 pregame coverage, tip-off 7:30 here on WTIM and Tommy TV. Leroy, you ready to go? We're good?
You know it. We're good.
We've done everything? All right.
We got it.
Thank you so much to our sponsors, Brandon Bible Country Financial, the player of the game, Hallie Lois, Scooters Coffee, located at routes 29 and 104. Leah Champley.
Yeah, Leah Champley.
What did I say?
You said Hallie Lois.
Hallie Lois. Leah Champley, well, she's pretty
Hallie
darn
had a good game, too.
She did have a good game. Anyway, Leah Champley is the Country Financial Player of the Game. And a big thank you to Scooters Coffee, located at routes 29 and 104 in Taylorville. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. They're donating a little bit of money for every 3-pointer the Taylorville Tornadoes made. Thank you so much to Scooters Coffee and the senior citizens of Christian County. Exclusive sponsor of the Taylorville Tornado Free Throw. Enjoy trips, lunches, fellowship, and stay active in your senior years with the senior citizens of Christian County. They went on a surprise trip. Did they ever tell you where they go?
No.
They don't never tell me either. Maybe they'll tell me one of these days. I'm not cool enough to know. For my partner, Leroy Clamola, and all the friends at Tommy TV, thank you guys. You did a great job this evening. I'm Avery Cooper. 68-17, your final score for the Taylorville Tornadoes as they defeat the Litchfield Panthers here on WTIM and Tommy TV and TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
You're watching Tommy TV.